Jump in it and drive it.
Everything is in prototype stage.
That's a good compliment. That's almost as good as the compliment Rory gave me.
What did he say? This thing is a monster, absolutely insane. What is this, 56-inch tires?
54s.
54s. That's crazy.
So yeah, we're finding out what standard stuff works on this and what needs to be heavy duty.
Yeah.
So one of the things is the Johnny joints that we used. You know those Play-Doh for kids where they press them through and they make little snakes and worms? That's what's happening to the insides of the Johnny joint on this.
I would probably just go Heims everywhere. It'll rattle your teeth out, but it will be worth it.
We just switched to Heims on the front.
Yep.
I've got to do that on the back. But like this is totally solid now. I've only got maybe 10 hours of driving on this, and the Johnny joints are
shot. Oh yeah.
really shot.
Oh yeah, right there. Do that again. Yeah. Yeah, I would go with Heims everywhere. Yep. There's nothing you can do about it. I just told Matt, like, there's no right or wrong on this truck. There's nothing to base this off, you know? Like, this is a one-of-a-kind build for a one-of-a-kind job that it needs to do. So it is all trial and error until you have it figured out.
Jump in it and drive it. We're gonna drive it up there. Here, hold this camera for you.
Everything is in prototype stage.
Okay.
So the pedals are not in the right place. You're just gonna have to get used to them.
Okay.
You drive it with both feet.
You drive it with both feet. Got it. That sound, oh my god, that sounds nasty.
It sounds really bad on camera.
You think so?
It does. On camera, it sounds like it's running on 5 cylinders. It sounds like it has exhaust leaks and runs on 5 cylinders.
It sounds fantastic. The steering is dialed in, that's for sure. That steering wheel turns easier than the one from my Jeep steering. Whoever set up your steering, phenomenal.
There's me. Actually, we got some good advice from Neil at Western Canadian Rockwell. We're in low right now. So let's go left right here. Yeah, let's shift to the doubler into high range. So just put it in neutral.
Oh man, this thing has some monster. Oh my god, this is awesome.
I've got to get a stabilizer in the back because see, I feel like the back end's hunting. I've got to have a solid, when I drive it on the road, I've got to take the four.
I'm impressed how well this drives for what it is and how big of a tire and like just what a monster this thing is. This is insane. My foot position is super awkward, but oh man, the rear steering in, woohoo! Oh, that is awesome. So it's self-centering?
Yeah.
It drives way too good for how big it is. It's crazy. And even the view, like from a rock crawler perspective, you can see your front end, you can see everything your front end does. If you throw some big, good rear view mirrors on this, I guarantee you you can ride some technical stuff in this. It's not like usually a vehicle this size, there's no way you can see what your tires are doing. But here, I can almost see the brake calipers. That's how much I can see into the tires. That's really good.
That's a good compliment. That's almost as good as the compliment Rory gave me.
What did he say?
I led him on a trail, and we went on an off camber that was pretty extreme. And he was following me in Trail Mater. And when we got past it, he's like, that was a little dicey. And I'm like, that's the best compliment a guy can give me. Take Rory on a trail and have him tell me it's dicey. But yeah, it's center of gravity. Everything is like axle level on this.
Yeah, I mean, you build it with the right idea in mind. Like, you didn't take something and then try to figure it out. Like, you build it from scratch for exactly what you need.
Get out of the way, Max. Just park it out here somewhere. Okay. All right.
Awesome, man. That was an experience. Thank you. That is awesome. Absolutely. This thing drives like a dream.
I got Marvin's approval.
Oh, absolutely.
We did that the other day, and when we pulled out, the highway patrol was right there. So we just turned in. Holly was driving it.
What did they say?
Nothing. It turns out the guy was like, he was coming to see us.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, he was like coming to just meet us and everything.
So, is it tagged and insured?
No.
Will it ever be?
Yes.
Can you get that here in Utah? I don't know about Utah laws here. So in Georgia, this thing could be your grocery getter if you wanted it to be.
Same here.
Okay.
I mean, there's certain things we have to follow. Like, I've got to put fenders on it. I'll mount the fenders really tight to the tires.
Okay.
And they'll be, you know, we tried to cover the tires.
Yeah, of course. At least make an effort that they see you made an effort. Man, look at how beefy everything is.
These are 7-inch lift springs for like a power stroke.
Wow. So question is, like, the normal winch rope that you get with the normal winch, is that enough to pull all this weight, or do you have to go like heavy equipment?
Well, these are just 12,000-pound winches. Really, like, a lot of people have the idea that I'm going to be out like lifting RVs and power strokes. I'm getting razors, rock crawlers, and Jeeps, like buggies and Jeeps. And so I don't really
but once you need your I mean, I doubt this thing will ever get stuck, but who knows if you ever need to have if you never need to self-recover with this.
Yeah, we'll have to figure. It's got 7 winches on it, so we can figure something out. But I've always got Paul and Rory.
Yeah, true.
So I was like, come on down.
You guys have a good click going on down here, so.
And that's the other thing. I'm gonna do stupid stuff with this, but that's not its primary directive. It's primarily, I'm finding the easiest way in to where somebody's broke down, which is Sand Hollow. It's different than Moab. I don't have to do the trails here. Right. I can just drop in almost anywhere, get you out of there, and go out.
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't have, like you said, you don't have to follow the trails. You can go, and then with this thing, you basically go the straight line. You don't even have to go around stuff.
Yeah,
man, this thing is gonna be dangerous once you get comfortable in this, and once you really start to figure it out. And like,
we're gonna build an interior cage for it. I know I'm pretty protected between these shock towers and the rolled bar.
Yeah,
but I think I want some more
yeah, that won't hurt. What's the wheelbase on this thing?
It's 156 inches.
156 inches.
It's got a couple of weird dimensions that don't make sense. One, it's shorter than a Gladiator. It's about 11 inches shorter than a Gladiator, bumper to bumper.
That like.
It's 96 inches wide. I don't know how wide your Jeep is.
74.
Is it?
Well, but no, that's the axle width. So like
outside to outside.
Outside to I honestly don't know.
Mischief Maker is 93 inches
okay, wide. I'm a little bit narrower than that.
And Rory's Trail Mater is 103 inches wide on the back.
But with the dually and whatnot, yeah.
So with the rear steer, I've got a crazy, like, it's a long wheelbase, but with the rear steer and same like breakover angle, this will get in trouble before the Morvair does, but not by much. And with the rear steer, I can.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Rear steer, you can manipulate so much with rear steer.
See how slippery the bottom is? It's just all smooth.
All flat belly. That's great.
As much as we could. And we went to a lot of effort to just get all the weight as low as possible. And this axle, this wheel tire axle combination is over 2,000 pounds. So
that's as much as the Toyota right there. I mean, almost. Toyota's like 2,900 pounds, something like that. So what motor, transmission, transfer case are you currently running in this, or what's the plan on that?
Yeah, so right now I've got the 8.1, so that's a Gen 7 big block. It's 496 cubic inches. I've got that mated to a turbo 4. Oh no, this is the 4L85E built by Monster Transmissions. Stock, stall, like everything stock. and then I've got an ORD doubler.
Okay.
And then MP205, and that's what we're going to be upgrading, because that's what we've been snapping, like tiny little brittle twigs.
Yeah, I mean the weight of this thing. How you said 12,000 pounds?
I'm guessing it's about 12,000. We weighed it a little while ago, 10,140 pounds. Since then, we've added some stuff.
Yeah.
We've always calculated this to be 12,000 pounds. That's what we wanted it to be.
And you said just the front axle tire combination is 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, when we bought these axles new, they're new old stock. They're Axle Tech 4000s. They came on the MRAPs, which stands for mine resistant ambush protected. So these are made for driving over landmines. They were 1,700 pounds a piece. That was the axle and the crate. So
that's insane.
I'm figuring with these wheels and tires that we're at 2,000 pounds per end.
Wow, and the entire frame, the chassis of it is home built, right? Like
correct.
It's not stock whatever truck.
Yeah,
frame.
we looked around. We looked at different designs, Unimogs, and then the U.S. military, like the 2.5 tons, the 5 tons. Nothing could get me as low as I wanted, so I wanted to build a rock buggy that does wrecker things instead of go the other way. Try to make a wrecker do rock buggy things. So that's why we started from scratch.
That makes absolute sense.
And we have no experience doing this, so this was all experimental.
Walk me over the setup here in the back. I think that's like the heart of this wrecker is right here.
So we're running everything with electric winches on this. The hydraulic system is limited to the steering and the brake booster. The reason that we did that, I spent a lot of time talking with Rory over the years while I was imagining this machine and his experiences. And one thing about these electric winches is if you have a problem in the field, they're easy to troubleshoot and easy to repair. And you, like, if some electronic thing burns out, you can just hotwire them into working.
Yeah.
And I understand the electric winches and all that and how good they are at what they do, but if you've ever had to fix one when it breaks down in the field, you can't fix it there. You've got to get it back to the shop.
Right.
So anyway, that's how we're doing it. But yeah, we've got one winch here. We've got it on a 4x pull system here, so it's actually not very stressed out at all. And that's what moves the boom up and down. We've got the twin line on that, the 12,000 pound winches running that. We've got one winch on the back, one on each side and one on the front. So it's a total of 7 winches. 6 of them are active winches and one of them is
just for the boom. Okay, and then I see an onboard welder in this thing.
Yep.
Toolboxes with recovery gear, I'm assuming. Or...
Yeah, we haven't got this all kitted up yet.
Okay.
We are in a thrash to do that right now, but we've got to figure out what we need, and that's I can't just copy what Rory has on his truck because we have very different just different clientele, different area. We've just got to figure out what we're going to need in this and what we want our capabilities to be, and then
yeah, that's probably like a lot of this will be figured out as you go. You know what I mean? So totally understand that.
Yeah, and we call it the world's largest off-road wrecker, and that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but also I'm going to be going on trails where you're not going to see anything this big on them. But what it's going to get is razors and Can-Ams. It's going to be getting buggies. The heaviest thing that it's going to have to get is like a 4-door Rubicon or something. Yeah. And I'm only going to be picking up 1/2 of that. So all I've really got to be able to do is be able to pick up and hold 2,000, maybe 2,500 pounds. So we've got the airbags here to help keep everything level when that happens. And then we just try to get them out the easiest way. So
yeah, no, this thing will be a game changer also for you, man. Like we'll be getting into spots that you
and I'm trying to ride 2 horses with this too, because the other thing that we do is the RVs pull into the sand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be getting broken things out on the crazy trails, and then RVs and fifth wheels on the beach that just drove down there. So I need to be heavy enough that I can do something, whether I'm winching them or pulling them. I need to be heavy enough.
Yeah, and then also with that big of a motor, do you know numbers on this motor, like horsepower wise and whatnot?
They're not very impressive. You have to look at the graph and then drive it, and then you're like, oh, but it's only like 340 horsepower.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, moving those big tires and axles, the drivetrain loss in this thing must be completely out of this world. Right. But it still felt very agile driving it. So
I like that word. That's what I said. It feels light on its feet, especially when you're out on the dirt, because this is kind of a little bit like these other rigs. You drive them around town, you're not that impressed, but when you get out, all of a sudden when you pull off the pavement, then all of a sudden they start shining. The torque curve comes on. You have 400 foot-pounds of torque like at 1300 RPM.
Yeah. And
it just stays flat and level to 5000 RPM.
Yeah, it's the right application for this, I think.
And we are going to be building, there's a 8.8 version of this engine.
Wow.
So it's an aftermarket block that they use in like generator applications all over the world.
Okay.
So there's this big massive market of these blocks that are always coming up, and then the boat racing industry uses these engines.
Huh.
So that's the kind of the performance side, and luckily the kind of performance a boat needs is the same kind of performance this needs, which is tons of torque right off the bottom. There's a company called Rollovers that we're going to be working with to build an 8.8 liter, and it's going to be about 500 horsepower, about 700
so you swap it out once that's ready. You're just going to swap them out,
and same thing. I don't want it to be radical. I don't need it to lope. I just need it, when you step on the gas, I just need it to go.
Right.
And you felt that, like,
and reliable.
You just roll on the gas. It doesn't do anything weird. It doesn't delay.
It drives like a car. It drives like a truck. It's crazy. It's not. It doesn't drive like something that weighs 12,000 pounds and has 54-inch tires on it. Not at all. That's insane. So, and then plus the rear steer in it, like, really makes it, you know, it really adds to it as well.
I can get on those narrow little trails and it just snakes right through them.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see once the record games start and whatnot, what kind of obstacles and challenges you guys come up with.
You've definitely got to come back. We've definitely got to go hit the trail. So sometime when you're here, bring one of your rigs out. We'll go out trail riding and get you in the seat of this and have you hit some things.
Dude, you heard it here first. It's happening.
It's happening. I'm not stingy.
Right. I've been following the series and whatnot, and I always thought it was the coolest thing out there, but now that seeing it finished for the first time and actually being able to drive it, fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for the review.